I going crazy? What is happening? Guys, what is happening? What is happening to this world? Every man you're meeting wants to have sex with you. I don't know, is this happening to only me? Because at this point, I am so drained. I am mentally drained. Like, I'm so fucking, like, sometimes I just wish that I'm not even beautiful, or I'm not even shapy. Sometimes I wish maybe it's the shape that is making everyone that is coming to me want. And if you peradventure get to, if you get to go to this men's house for one reason or the other, maybe you went on a dinner date and it's late, you want to pass the night with them, you get to their house, they're not even going to let you sleep. They will not let you sleep. Like, that night will be so stressful. Like, it will be the longest night ever. And the crazy thing right now is, when you reject this, you're in their house, you're rejecting this from them. Most of these men, they're sending you out in the middle of the night, 2, 3, 4 a.m. because I refuse to have sex with you.
Okay, let me say this. Why would you go to the man's house if you don't intend to smash? You're leading him on, right? Now, if you know that's not your intention, don't go to his house. Now, my second point is this. How many man them that are going to do things different, that want you, that's in your DMs, that you bypass for the dude that's the Pookie and the Ray Ray? That's what you see more time. So there's a guy that wants to smash, and the guys that actually take you seriously, you don't want them, man. But then you got women that will go to the man's house on the first date, get down to their panties,
then say I don't want it. Okay, this is what I gotta say to this. She looks like she's a certain age. She looks like,
now she wants to cash out.
So from what she's saying, you've clearly had multiple experiences. So then you should learn from your experiences.
But they don't.
So the common denominator is her. You're the issue.
So she's saying, my body's shapely. She wishes she's not beautiful. Now let's argue that point. You're average at best. And no shade to her. She's just a template on what we're talking about. Many a women is average at best. You might have a decent body, and if you got the nicest face and a bang in his body, can you retain the man past the smash?
Exactly. So she's having trouble doing the next step. Yeah. So she can attract the men.
But look at the things she's saying. I'm going to his house. If you don't intend to sleep with him, why are you going to his house? She's saying he won't let me sleep. You're laying in his bed. What do you expect?
Men want to beat. I'm sorry.
You're laying in his bed.
Exactly. Don't go to his house.
So the guy that you didn't value, you let him smash because I don't care about him. But the one that you do like, you're turning around saying, "Oh, I'm going to let him work. I'm going to let him jump through hoops, and he's better than the guy that you let smash."
That's always the case. It's always the case. I'm just sorry, but these women. Okay. This is what I say. God will give you the same. He will give you the same. What's the word? I don't know why it's gone out of my head.
Call it the same test.
lesson. Yeah, the same test. God will give you the same test until you learn. She hasn't learned. That's why she's continuing to get the same test. You must learn from your things that happen. You have not learned from that. If she has experience. Because she said, why is all these men, you're doing something wrong, clearly. You're doing something wrong. You need to change what you're doing. The common denominator is you. You're the problem. You need to fix whatever it is that the problem is. You need to fix that by yourself. Stop going for these certain men that you're going for. You need to change something.
There's many viable men in her DMs, but she puts them in a friend zone.
Exactly.
And goes for the Pookie and Ray Rays.
It is what it is, man.
After I gave him the ultimatum, he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas. I just really blurted that out. I did not mean it. I had no intention. I had no job. I had nothing. I had no plans on moving to Vegas. I thought I was going to force this man to propose to me. For 3 months, he was like, do what you got to do. You want to move, move. So the last day I was putting my stuff in the car, he came over and helped me put my stuff in the car. And we putting stuff in the trunk, and I just started crying. I'm like, you really gonna let me leave? He looked at me and he said, have a safe trip.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
For me, like, I look at this, right, and she doesn't strike me as a young woman, like middle-aged to me, right? And plays silly games and you win silly prizes. So you try to manipulate this man and play the silly little games in order to get the outcome that you want. And this dude just showed you, I wasn't having it. That's not it. Why did you move with him when that's not what you wanted? Or you want to have control of the situation? That's what it came down to. And then when it didn't work out, then you're like, oh, you run to social media. He's this, he's that.
I think
Yeah.
if a man doesn't want to marry you, then it's something that you're probably not doing as to why he hasn't done that yet. If that's not the case, then you've probably just chosen poorly.
There's no probably because what I'm seeing right there, it's clear she was the problem because you tried to manipulate him into getting what you want and it never worked out. Now you're running to social media saying, oh, it was him that's the issue. It was you, sis. Because I'm looking at her, she looks like about 39, 38 maybe, could be older. She should know better. But she's still running them little girl games.
I would put her in her early 40s.
I'm just
if
saying.
I'm honest with you.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But yeah, you're playing childish games, definitely, which you shouldn't be playing.
And she won silly prizes.
She did win silly prizes. Instead of saying, look, babe, I would like to get married. What is it that you need me to do for me to get that ring? Right? Can I do such and such? Do I need to change certain things? Like, this is what I want and blah, blah, blah. Maybe you should have that conversation. Instead, you're saying, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to move out or whatever the situation is.
Okay, manipulate you now to chasing after me.
You really got what you wanted, didn't you? And then you're surprised that he's helping you pack your bags.
I would.
Why are you surprised?
He done the right thing. City boys are up.
City boy, city boy.
Okay.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.